Hello, everybody. Welcome back to BNE Productions. It's the first episode installment of the renamed podcast. Well, I guess it's not even renamed because we never named it in the first place.
You talked about BNE on the last one.
No.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, you told me that.
No, I just told you that in confidence, yeah. I'm joined by Elijah today.
Hi.
And,
You're always joined by me.
yeah, it's always just the two of us.
It's us, man.
It's us. BNE Productions. We're out here
Shit's fucking loose.
making stuff. We got a
We're
lot
out here
of
making stuff.
we got a lot of stuff done today, and we're doing this at 2 a.m, so we're hyped.
I'm drunk.
Yeah, and we had a little bit to drinky, but I'm hosting today. I am your hugely penis and enormously testicled host today.
Very close to the...
How are y'all doing? What?
The hugely... whatever it is you said, penis.
I don't know if both of those things are good. I think one's definitely better than the other, but to have both of them, I think that's like a bee sting train wreck down there. Alright, so what were we saying? Hugely penised and testicled men?
That was you. No, yeah.
Disease.
I said disease. That was definitely you. So you're hosting. Brock's hosting.
It's my turn to host. Elijah hosted the last couple, and we're gonna take turns trading off host positions. And so this time it's my time to pick up the pace with the topic, and it's my turn to pick.
It's Brock's turn to talk about pickles and tacos.
When did we talk about pickles?
You're trying to talk about pickles and tacos. And
Okay, so segue into our
cauliflower.
topic then. Small talk over, friendship established.
Yeah.
It's time to get into the meat and potatoes of today's episode.
The meat and the
The
tacos.
meat and the tacos, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The stuffing of the
donut.
stuffing. That's all.
Just stuffing.
I'm all about stuffing.
So that segues into God. Me too. That's why I got 2 donut holes at home.
Jesus
Anyway.
Christ.
Fucking
You had to push those out. If you would have said regular donuts, that might have been different. But you're talking about the holes. You have leftovers.
Okay, so that segues into our topic.
Yeah, I just need a little bit more of this.
Elijah's preparing.
Yeah.
Adult entertainment.
That's...
So today we're gonna be doing some SAQs. SAQS.
Yeah. I made this up.
Yeah, Elijah came up with this segment.
It was supposed to be Q&A, kind of. But we're talking about sex, so the only thing that made sense was to do SAQs. Sex, answers, questions, session.
Party on.
That's all it is, SAQs.
So, yeah, it's SAQS. Alright. So, time to get rolling. So, how do we want to start this? Are we doing stories?
I'll ask you a question.
Sure.
I'll ask you a question.
I'm an open book.
All right. Let's be real, right?
Yeah.
Not who, when did you... We'll say this legitimately. We'll go from the real, like, the awakening.
The awakening.
And then we'll go before, and then we'll talk about maybe some stuff after. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
So, when did you lose your virginity?
When I was 16.
16?
When I was 16 years old. And it's actually a really funny story. I lost it in the back of a friend's car. A family friend.
Gross.
They don't know, so hopefully they don't listen. But I got into a car accident, and they let me borrow their car. And I was pretending that it was my car.
You sexed him up first, and then you got in a car accident, or
No, I got into a car accident, almost killed the person that I had sex with. And then I got the car from my friend, and then I picked up that girl in that car, sexed her up in that car, and then took the car back.
Okay, so she wasn't in the car when you crashed it.
Not the person I got the car I had sex in from, if that makes any sense. The girl I had sex with was in the car, but...
When you crashed it?
Yeah. No. Yes.
So...
She almost died. Like, legit. Almost windshield cannon. Like, GTA-style 30 meters in front of me, windshield came. I hit a Sonata going 60 miles an hour, dude.
You don't think that had anything to do with the fact that you got laid, that she almost died? Like,
No. I think she liked me. Genuinely.
I hope that's true.
If you're listening, I'm sorry.
I mean, I love you, bro. Like, I hope that's true. I don't even know if I've ever actually heard.
I'm surprised I never told you that story.
You're not making it up?
No, I swear to God. If they are listening, they can confirm it. I mean, you know who it is.
2 car accidents then?
Yeah, well, okay. I crashed that car twice. The second time I crashed it, I totaled it.
Jeep?
That's when it was Dunyan rings.
What?
Yeah, I hit that Sonata
She was
literally
your
going
first?
60. Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
In the back of a friend's car.
Wow.
Yeah, and she didn't know that she was my first either. Because I kind of fibbed about my virginity tales.
Oh, you fucking fibber, dude. Yeah,
I'm a fibber.
You know what?
I'm a sex
This
fibber,
is off
man.
topic. You've been a fibber. You've been a fibber. You've been a fibber.
Man. I'm a fibber.
Always
I wanted
when
to
we
be
would spend the
cool.
night at your dad's, you'd be a little fibber.
I wanted to be cool.
You
Everyone
didn't
else
even
was
have to be
sexing it
cool.
up.
The only person who ever thought he was cool,
We don't talk about.
we don't talk about him. Like that was the only person who ever needed to be cool. I'll tell you what. This is an off-topic story. This is how uncool I was. Cause I've thrown some people.
Yeah.
I mean I've fucked some people up. I've done a decent amount of drugs. I mean I've done some wild shit. I was pretty cool. I'm still kind of cool. I gained a little bit of weight and I just kind of. I'm an old man now. I like. I like.
I'm in bed by 7:30.
I like reading books and playing games. Like I don't really do a lot. But there was one night I specifically remember. It was the second month that I had my braces ever. So this was in freshman year when I got my braces on. I had to have my braces on for 2 years. I got my braces off when I was a junior. We did grapevine training.
Yeah, I remember that.
In
Yeah,
freshman year.
that shit sucked, dude.
And I legitimately cried when everybody was asleep because my braces were too tight.
I've been there before. Yep. I used to have a palate expander, and I used to have braces in 2nd grade, and that shit hurt like a motherfucker because my mom would take terrible. The wrench to it and then expand it, and it was like ripping the upper layer. But hey, it was supposed to help my teeth come in straight.
Teeth are straight,
and,
right?
Yeah, it worked.
And yeah, I had gotten I didn't have like a retainer or anything, but I went to Walmart with my mom that day. After I had gotten them tightened, which was the same night that I was allowed to go to your house to spend the night.
Yeah.
And I had a little it was a mouth guard, but we went to like the dental / orthodontic section of Target, and I got, it wasn't a formed mouth guard, it was just a solid brick.
Yeah.
Kind of, not a brick, I wouldn't say it was a brick, but like it easily fits into your mouth, and it had 2 pulls on the right and left hand side, and it was just a rubber piece that you put in and you pulled it, and it would like kind of like expand and come back together for you to be able to bite on it. And I was literally downstairs, like in the bed while you guys were all sleeping. I'm not even gonna lie, shed tears. My shit hurt so fucking bad. And all I was doing was I literally got up, went to the bathroom, took that shit out of my coat pocket, went back downstairs, and got that thing out. And that's what I did for like 4 or 5 hours till I fell asleep.
No shit.
Yeah, horrible.
God, man, that sucks.
Oh, yeah, it was bad. I hated having braces. Every single time you get them tightened, everyone that I had ever talked to, they were like, yeah, it only hurts for like a day or 2 or whatever. I was like, you guys are fucking liars. I was like, this shit is literally like, this shit is literally trying to basically re-engineer your fucking anatomy of your teeth not being right. Like, I was like, and you have to go every month and you got to get this shit re-tightened. Like, just to keep the shit coming in the way that it's supposed to come in. I was like, you're lying. Like, you're lying. This shit doesn't hurt for more than a day or 2. Like, nah.
So I do have a question. It's kind of an interesting question. And you know your sexuality, like you're a man and who enjoys some quality women. Was there ever a time when you were a young lad that you thought you might sway the other way at all, ever?
No.
No? Not even once?
No, you mean like literally
yeah,
be gay?
Yeah, like maybe not even gay, like maybe bisexual, or maybe you might like be curious or even anything like that.
So like bisexual meaning like would I have a threesome with a girl and another guy, or like would I literally just lean the other way?
I guess both. Either way.
No. Do I find other men attractive? I feel like is the question that you're actually trying to ask me,
no.
Kind of.
The reason why I ask is because like I had an experience like that once. I was in
where you were really like trying
I was
to be
like
gay?
not trying to be gay. I thought I was gay. Like because I was in my younger years, I discovered what masturbation was. And
you masturbating to a guy?
No, see, well, let me finish the story.
Oh, sorry. Hey, dude, it's Q and A. It's A and Q, okay? So give me the answer. So I'll ask you the question.
I was in my adolescent stage.
There's already some stuff in here.
And I couldn't get a hard on.
What do you mean adolescence? Like what age is that? Do you mean
13, 14, probably?
Oh, okay. No, see, like now, just as a preface before you keep going, my adolescence. I was a devout Christian until I went.
Yeah, no.
I went
as soon as we got a computer.
Right.
I was all up the internet and down for porn. God!
I was a devout Christian, not by choice.
My parents tried,
but I was a devout Christian until I came to Harlem.
Yeah,
and then I was in Harlem for 5th grade. Being in that culture, I was at church like 3 to 4 days a week. Like I didn't know anything about anything. I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter. Wasn't allowed to watch
Harry Potter either,
wasn't
nor
allowed
Pokemon.
I wasn't allowed to
That's
play
why I
certain
never
kinds
got
of
into
games.
it. I wasn't allowed to watch Star Wars either for the longest time.
Honestly, the only reason that I think that I even watch anime as much as I did is because I really got into Naruto when I saw it on accident on Cartoon Network on Toonami, and they told me that I wasn't allowed to watch it. We got a TV in the basement when we got the Wii, and they hooked up the cable to it, and I watched Naruto at 9:30 when I was supposed to be in bed by 8:45. You know what I mean? So like, and that was like that. Like that sounds stupid to a lot of people. It sounds even kind of crazy to a lot of people. But as far as having those kinds of experiences and even knowing what you're talking about, there's a lot of kids that I experienced and talked to even in 5th grade, my first year at Harlem, my first like minutes at Harlem, that I learned things that people do and people know and people talk about, even at the age that we were in 5th grade, that I had no idea what that was. Because I didn't get to, want to, or know how to get into that life.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't. But you go ahead and tell your story then about this
adolescent gay stage that I had.
Thing.
So yeah, I basically what happened was I was trying to watch porn and I was trying to get my nut. Right, but regular porn for some reason just wasn't doing it for me. I don't know if like
you weren't trying to get your nut.
I was trying to just like get in, get off, and get out. Like that's it.
Okay.
Like, dude, that was it. But like,
getting into the disk drive.
I was trying to like
get into the disk drive, get out the virus.
I was trying to like watch regular porn. I was watching lesbian porn, and I just couldn't get it. I just couldn't make it happen. So I thought, like, for some reason, I was like, dude, I'm gay.
You just did it wrong.
And so what I did was I went really hard because I guess really hard or go home.
Oh my God.
And I literally just looked up gay porn. And I was just...
This is R-rated.
I was just staring at the dicks, like
Why?
trying to, like, they're going to decide my sexuality but by the end of the night. Like, this determines my life. But nothing happened, you know. I didn't get off on that. I just ended up not getting it and just tried again the next day and everything was fine. Just whatever happened that night. I was like a fucking hypochondriac and I was like, this is it. This is my life. I like men now.
I'm gay.
This is it.
You want to know how I know that I was not gay?
How?
Meat spin.
The McChicken?
No, not
remember No, I know what you're talking about, meat spin, but you remember the hashtag McChicken thing that was floating around for a while? Nope. You don't remember that? The dude who was banging the McChicken?
Nope.
He literally like...
Nope. Nope, never saw it.
That shit.
I'm not ever going to see it. Thank the God.
Thank God you didn't see it, dude.
Yeah, Meat Spin in Penn Island. That's the only reason that
It was glass ass for me.
Glass ass has nothing to do with being gay. That's fucking torture porn.
Yeah,
that shit is torture porn.
That shit was bad.
You know, I have told...
It's adult entertainment.
I have told D-Dot about that a lot.
Oh
like, I say... Shit, I said a lot. Excuse me, not a lot, but like... She had no idea. You know how 2 girls, 1 cup was like
that was
thing.
that.
And like, so many people... Like, I'll tell you what, seriously, I only watched that one time.
Me
and
too.
like I didn't watch the whole thing because like it's a porno. Like that shit was long. It was like 50 minutes.
Those girls do more than one of those. Like that's their career.
I'm sure. Like that's disgusting. It makes me want to puke just even thinking about it. To be honest with you. And like there's people who like everything. Don't get me wrong. That's why what is it? Is it
Rule 34?
34?
It's Rule 34.
Oh, it's Air 404.
If there's if it exists, there's something, there's porn.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like, I just can't.
Who does,
you know,
though?
like,
that's what I don't get. Like, dude, you were...
No, I know. Like,
last
why?
episode, you talked about the DVD thing.
Yeah,
I don't understand how that's enjoyable, let alone torture porn. Sometimes even like, some BDSM, like, man, I don't understand.
And
that
and
goes
you know,
brutal sometimes.
I will just be honest while I'm on here, just because I feel that authenticity... Oh my God, I really just British that shit.
Authenticity.
Authenticity is like, I feel like that's that's an important thing, and it's something that I personally, I try to live by the authenticity of myself. Like, I don't really want to hide things. I don't really care. I'm a very vanilla type of person.
Yeah.
You know, sexually. I'm cool with doing things, trying things. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but when I get theoretically excited or whatever, or like I think about like, hey, let's do a thing.
Yeah.
I don't really think about doing a whole bunch of like chains, whips, dressing up, toys.
See,
like,
it's kind of different like, with me. Like, I don't know, I'm very explorative in the bedroom, but like for the most part, like I'm really also just like, I like sex to last long, but like not go so hard in the paint that I lost 30 pounds by the end.
There's so many people that in our youth, like I know the people, and I will not say the people of whom they are, men and women. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, I had sex for like 3 hours."
Yo, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And like
the 13-hour thing.
Literally we went like 6 times in like 9 hours, and I'm like, that's great for you. I was like, I don't want even to
It's possible, though.
No, like, I'm not saying it's impossible. It definitely isn't. Especially now being an adult, using some... and I mean, like, I'm not saying this like I'm not young. Like, I'm 24 years young. Like, I mean, you really can pop a Viagra and you can go for a couple hours easy without having any problems. Like, you can do a whole lot of things.
One time where I've gone for multiple hours. And it was with no Well... I was very unstable, to say the least, that night, and I legitimately astro projected, like legitimately
during sex.
Literally, dude, I came back and she was like, "Are you all right?"
You fell asleep, nigga. Damn. Like you transcended, but your body was done working.
Like literally, I don't know what happened, but like my eyes rolled to the back of my head and fucking like. I legitimately like was just going, and she's like stopped me and like I could hear everything that she was saying, doing, like I was there present, but like she tapped on my shoulder and was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
I think.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I just really like left my body for a second," and I don't know if I finished. I don't know what happened.
I just live.
Literally.
Right? Dude, it's like when we hit that weed the other day.
Dude, I transcended portals that night, dude.
Nobody, literally, like, it was so funny. I'll name drop him. I told him about the channel. He's not going to get mad. I told Tony, I was like, dude, I literally stopped existing for like so long. I was like, you peer pressured me into hitting that shit. I did it.
That shit was
I was ready to go.
That shit was...
And man,
it was like a cigar.
Dude, that shit was... Oh my... I mean,
dude.
On, like, pun intended, like, I got straight dicked by that shit. Like,
dude, same. I walked up to you, I was like...
You went and got
now?
some food, and I went to the garage, and I saw you sitting down eating, and I was like... Yeah, I need to go get some food and sit down and start eating.
Yeah, that was like immediately after I started feeling it. I was like, I need
experience style shit.
I was like, I need to chill. I was like, I'm already too much. Like, I need to chill.
We came out of that shit like champs.
We did, dude. We recouped and recovered and fucking rallied.
That's true,
dude.
Dude, I rallied hard as fuck. I mean, we didn't even go to bed till like 5.
Because like what you were
they
up
showed up
for like
10.
You were up probably like what 15, 20 minutes after me, because I was like passed out by like 4.
Yeah, you knocked on the window and woke me up.
I did.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean when you left in the morning?
No, like when we passed out in the morning. After like when the party was finally like winding down.
Yeah. No, I was up for like half an hour after you because I had to deal with
Yeah.
Anyway,
back on topic.
Yeah,
back on topic.
Honestly, we should do a podcast about the Halloween party too. That'd be awesome. The Halloween party definitely...
You gotta host that one.
Could be an entire encapsulation of a lot of things that we did. Because you want to know what's really cool about that? Till we get back on topic. Because we're only at 25 minutes. Like, we have enough time. The Halloween party is like everything that we used to do without any of the bad stuff.
Dude, it really was.
Nothing
That's
bad,
what was so enjoyable about
everything.
It.
Honestly, no cops were called. No noise complaints were made. Nobody was upset. Nobody got hurt.
And like what, 50 people came?
And the worst, Darian counted after we, because Darian took a picture with everybody that came, a Polaroid picture, taking me, you, her, and Logan out of the multiple pictures. There was 46 people. So we had a decent little party.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, we started the party when
it was about
the
9.
first group came, and it was about 9, and we stopped.
Me and you
like
were
5.
cooking and moving.
Yeah,
I thought me and you were gonna be dead.
Oh, dude, I was dead till that
zombies,
hit. Till that hit.
That is true. Like that really did. We rallied.
Really, it somehow, and I didn't even feel sick or anything. You know what I mean? Like I didn't feel sick. I just
felt like
weird.
In my head.
I just felt out. You know what I mean? I just felt out. And finally being able to just, like, I guess, pull yourself back in, it was just, it felt really good. And honestly, was really, really good. But, I mean, I guess when you have, like, 6 strains of weed in one thing, I mean, Lord only knows what the fucking happened.
You're smoking a pound fucking backwood,
That fucking thing literally was, like, it looked like a rifle. Like,
it was
I mean, that shit was huge. But
good Lord, man.
But back to the sax then.
Yeah, back to the sax.
I'll say this. I've had a foursome and a threesome. I desire no man.
Yeah, back to the topic.
I desire no man. I do think that there are attractive men, if that's what we're going to talk about in sexuality wise. There are very visibly
I think that's okay to say.
Driven like attractive men. I do think that there are a lot of men that and I think that there's a difference between how men view other men in attraction in comparison to women viewing other women. So when I think or say that a man is attractive, I don't honestly ever really base it on personality.
When you think of a handsome man, who do you think of?
Like a handsome man, or a quote unquote sexy man.
Handsome man. We say handsome
man. I honestly think that a handsome man would be somebody that's like The Weeknd. I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a handsome man.
I was gonna say Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. I think Chris Hemsworth. See, now this is where I differentiate, and this is where like people are like, oh well, that's weird that you have different opinions on men. That's gay. I think
I
that
don't think
Chris
it is,
Hemsworth.
though.
I think Chris Hemsworth. Zac Efron. People
Dude,
people that have like
5'5"?
He's 5'5".
Yeah.
Wow, he's short.
I didn't think that you'd be that. But
Well,
yeah,
like people, men like them, they have like a build because of like the characters that they play in their movies.
Yeah.
So that they're like sculpted and shit. So that's like a sexy man. It isn't like he's an attractive man. He's a sexy man. Like he's got brick abs, or like he has chiseled face. He has like bubbles for arms that are filled with fucking meat,
anchor
like
arms.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's a different sort of concept. When I think about men that are handsome, I think about men. Brad Pitt is a handsome man.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
Brad Pitt
older.
is a
He's
handsome man.
older now, so he's more handsome than he is quote unquote sexy. When I think about someone in Brad Pitt's like
era?
his era, his real 20s 30s, I don't think that Brad Pitt was handsome. I think that a lot of people considered him to be a sexy man. As now Zac Efron and Chris Hemsworth, they're in their prime time, or they made their prime time, so they are quote unquote sexy men. They're not handsome men. Once they get older, they will be handsome, because I believe that because they're famous, because they have money now, because they want to take care of themselves, they will be handsome because they will take care of themselves. Johnny Depp used to be a sexy man.
That
he
is
now
a sexy man.
extraordinarily
That's like
handsome.
the only man I will call sexy. Johnny Depp is a sexy man.
And now he's extraordinarily handsome, even as an older man. I mean, like, I believe he's in his 50s.
Fuck Amber Heard,
he's
by
in
the
his
way.
50 now. His 50s now.
Amber
yeah.
Heard, you are not welcome on the
Amber
podcast
Heard,
to defend yourself.
I mean, if she was here, though.
Fuck her. I'd fuck her right to her face.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
I'd say it right to her tits.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying.
Like fuck her?
Oh,
fuck
I
her?
mean, yeah, right to her face.
Right
but,
to her face.
But I just feel like there's a difference between that, and I want to like kind of highlight this, is that there are men for sure that I see all the time that I think that is a handsome man, or that is an attractive man, or that is a sexy
Good-looking man.
Like,
I think
don't,
that's totally
and
okay
I'm not
to say.
jealous about it. I'm not weird about it. I don't want the guy.
I think you should
just
be able to
understand
compliment
it.
a man's appearance
Exactly.
and not make it weird.
It doesn't have to be gay.
Yeah.
The whole no homo fucking era that we went through, when I really look back at that, because sometimes I've said it even on Xbox or in real life, or, you know, when I'm relating to certain coworkers and I say some things, some people don't take it the right way, so you're like, oh, well, no homo. And that used to honestly, legitimately, it would be like, okay, well, you're kind of weird, but I guess you said no homo. Like, we're not
So
trying
that
to
makes
talk
it
about
okay,
it like that.
yeah.
Exactly. But, like, the no homo fucking movement thing when it came to men, just think about how many times a woman has to say something like no homo.
Women have sex with other women and claim themselves not
straight
gay.
every day of the week. But when a man does it, it's like, oh, well, who's your man crush? Well, you'll say something stupid about a guy that you actually are like, well, I think this dude's handsome. I guess if I had to take the fall on any type of dick, it'd be this guy. That's gay as fuck. That's
can't
so gay.
even be,
Like,
me and you can't even
be
be best
normal.
friends
No,
without having a
someone
bromance.
saying, dude, Darian
you know?
literally calls me gay all the time. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is. You're gay. Oh, you guys are going out to lunch? You guys are sucking dick for lunch? Like, that, man, are you full or what? Like, do you need more? Is that why you're hanging out with this guy later? Like, why are you not full yet? Like, dude, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a normal ass man. I have best friends. And I'm not going to sit here and say they're not attractive men. Am I attracted to them so much that I want to get plowed? No. No. The answer is no. And I'm not going to sit here and say that the answer is yes. And I will never lie. I don't want that. I will never want that. But can I totally fully admit that there are attractive men and men that I find attractive? And there are men that I find attractive that I like certain physical aspects of them that I would love to be able to like put upon myself as to like
would I
love
like to
work
be the
out and
super
do
buff
this, or like
fucking
I would
ripped
love
guy
to,
fucking,
exactly,
you know?
and not even that, but maybe some jawline features or some cheekbone features
or a good beard. I fucking wish I could grow a good beard,
exactly,
dude.
like nice
so
facial hair, like, you know, like certain
and
I mean,
a
like,
good
even
jaw.
still,
Like,
I
I would
have
love to have a good
extremely
jaw.
I have extremely curly hair. I would love to sometimes be able, like, I would love to be able to sometimes rock straight hair. Would it be as long as my curly hair is? No, but I would love to do some, you know, some like Sinatra gelled slick back type shit. Like, I would love to do that. But that doesn't, like, it shouldn't, and it doesn't make me gay. I just can appreciate that there are other people. They either look better or the same or worse or whatever. Like, everybody has their own look, and I can appreciate what it is that you do and who it is that you are. I get kind of confused, even though I respect a lot of this new sexuality upbringing stuff, this new gender
Absolutely,
stuff.
me too. I'm still learning.
I respect people for the way that they look and the way that they are. Now, I will say that I do talk shit about people that I consider to be ugly or whatever, or I make jokes about things, and that's probably not the best thing to do, but I would never say that to anybody's face. I would appreciate anybody's style. I would appreciate anybody's confidence, swagger, like responsibility, their commitment. I mean, like, I would never, I really in real life would never want to put anyone down without a legitimate reason as to why I would do that. Because I just think that people look the way that they look and they do what they do, and they deserve to be able to look the way that they look and do what they do. Like, that doesn't have anything to do with me.
So that being said, do you want to hear the first porno that I ever watched?
I mean...
You want to hear about it?
Do you actually know what it is?
I know what it is, because I wrote it down, and I researched it, and I rewatched it the other night. Yeah, just to relive old memories. You want to hear about it? It's so stupid.
Dude, when we have the face cam for these fucking podcasts, you're going to be in trouble.
Why?
Yeah, because I'm going to be doing these faces, and people are going to know that some shit is coming. Go ahead.
Alright, so...
Alright, now listen. We had, like, a real conversation. This is where we're not going to have real conversations anymore.
My whole fucking arm is so, like, asleep.
Also, let me know if you guys like my voice this way, because I'm sick. So,
yeah, you got that like soothing radio voice.
It does
like,
kind of sound pretty nice right now.
Yeah,
like hearing it in the headphones, I was actually kind of surprised. Like I might need to get a little bit raspy on purpose.
Yeah, man, it works.
Maybe
it works.
Maybe Zac Efron will come on to me now.
Yeah, Zac Efron, you're welcome to come on the podcast.
Yeah, dude, could you imagine?
Yeah, that'd be fucking sick.
49 subscribers and Zac Efron
comes on to talk with us.
We're famous for the rest of our lives.
Talk about dick sizes. Let's
get Moist Critical on here,
dude. I'll message him.
Dude, message him.
He follows me on
Be
Twitter.
like, hey man, we're in bumfuck Illinois. This motherfucker is snowing.
I mean, they do all their podcasts. We should go on theirs.
You official?
Yeah. But anyway, so I wrote this down.
You literally are reading your notes.
Yeah, I got my notes. Well, this is everything that I like. This is my planner, like literally. Mm-hmm. So, the movie was called Bikini Cave Girl. Now, in parentheses, can you guess what it's about?
Dude, Bikini Cave Girl reminds me of the anti-future SpongeBob episode where they go through the time machine and they're all cavemen and women and Squidward's trying to find the teleporter.
I know what you're talking about.
Like and shit like that. I don't know about that, bro.
Let me
Bikini Cave Girl.
Dude, okay, so it's about. Hang on. Let me read to you the plot.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
it was fucked. Okay,
like oh my God,
it was so fucking weird.
It's your favorite?
No.
I was like,
this
dude,
shit
why are you telling people that?
It was released in 2004. I was in first grade when this shit released. Like, and I saw this when I was a kid, and the only reason why I saw it is because there was a thunderstorm, and I was so scared, but my dad, you know him, loves to leave the TV on fucking Cinemax, so when he goes to sleep, it goes to fucking Cinemax after dark.
We did get Cinemax exposure.
And so that shit goes to Skinemax after 11.
Yes,
so I went into their room because I was scared, and I went to go sleep in there, and there was Bikini Cave Girl playing on the fucking TV.
Some of that Skinamax was hot,
dude.
Like,
My dad,
dude,
I still
used to literally.
I still,
I will tell you this before you keep going. I can guarantee that our friend, dude, we don't talk about. I can guarantee that he went up there sometimes, and just like.
I would not be after we all passed out.
I wouldn't even be surprised. I wouldn't even be surprised. That Skinamax shit never turned off in the Cowboys room. It never turned off.
Never.
TVs didn't have that auto shut off. That shit stayed on. Your dad probably woke up to some of that shit and got himself a nice little nut while he was making breakfast.
I don't know. We should get him on here. Dad, you're welcome to come on the podcast to defend yourself.
Your dad would be nuts.
To come on there?
Intended.
Dude.
Nutty.
My dad, I don't know if he did that on purpose. To play a prank on us, because my dad was a prankster.
He would talk about it.
Yeah, and then he'd be like, "Oh, I saw you guys were watching porn last night."
But then he'd be fucking girls in the room like while we're sleeping.
Yeah, and my dad was always banging somebody. So
anyway,
back in the day, Pam,
bikini bottom.
Bikini cave girl. Here's the picture. Bikini cave girl. Also,
Dang,
Evan Stone.
No, please don't tell me it's no like dinosaur porn shit.
No, it's not dinosaur porn. It's about the cave people, like caveman, caveman porn.
There was a dinosaur on the cover.
There is dinosaurs in it, and it's for okay. Let me read to you the plot.
That furry and animal shit, like
no,
I'm not.
There's a dinosaur. It doesn't even take place in prehistoric time. Okay, here's the plot. Here's the plot. A prehistoric cave girl named Tara, Jezebel Bond, with a penchant for passion finds pleasure, good lord, that alliteration, right, in the company of archaeologists when she is accidentally transported to the future. There she encounters two archaeologists named Richard Dick Voodoo and Sharon Kennedy Johnson.
It's a threesome?
Huh?
It's a threesome?
There's a lot of threesomes. Threesomes, foursomes. There's parts where they just give head.
Be awesome.
I literally watched it from start to finish, like an actual movie. I didn't get off to it because I just didn't find it hot. There's no nudity in it.
Dude. There's no nudity.
There's titties, and that's it. But after that, it's like a low budget softcore porn. Like it's just titties.
Like a YouTube porn?
Literally. If YouTube would allow titties. That's what it is.
Interesting.
After several adventures, many of them sexual, Tara's lover, Tico, Evan Stone. Evan Stone, by the way, is my actual favorite like male porn star. He's a comedian, he was a pro wrestler. Like, bro, he's fucking hilarious. If you ever watch any of his shit, he's really fucking funny.
No, see, the fact that you even know what that is, that's more gay than me talking about men's style, and that's all I have to say. Go ahead.
Also finds his way to the future.
You follow this nigga from your first porn.
No,
you know him now.
It's a funny story because I watched another porno where it had him in it, and so I watched him in this one, and he was really fucking funny. Like his character is just legitimately just this goofy ass.
All right.
The whole movie is just goofy.
Okay.
And then I watched another porno and he was in it, and that one had cock. Like that one had, that one was a porno.
Okay.
And it had him in it, and he was also just being this fucking goofy shit. And then I looked him up after revisiting this fucking gray matter dream, and I was like, oh, that's who that is. Like I've seen him like twice, and he was like really funny. And then like I looked up his career, and like yeah, he did porn most of his life, but he was also in movies. He was in WWE, and then he was he does stand up and stuff like.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's really funny guy.
So he's just a famous guy.
Yeah. He's retired now. He's like 60. Also finds his way to the future. Eventually, all of them are transported back to the time of Terra. This story also has an unexpected science fiction ending. So,
all right.
To those of you who it's called Bikini Cave Girl. If any of you Teenage Cave Girl, I got that way wrong. Teenage Cave Girl. Teenage Cave Girl. If you guys are looking this up.
Cave Trigonometry Girl.
Okay, see, yeah, no, it says Bikini Cave Girl released as Teenage Cave Girl, so I did have it right.
Oh, okay, well, released as then is like...
yeah.
You know what that means? It's not a porno. That's exactly why. It's probably a D-rate movie.
Probably.
If it's a D-rate movie...
It's sexy makeover, but not remake. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah.
So it's a movie.
You're right.
Like, that's actually a movie. It's not a porno, it's a movie.
Oh my god, dude, they had a lot of sex in that. The director was like, alright, so here's what we're going to do. 30 pages in, we're fucking.
But see, I'll tell you what. If
2 pages in, we're fucking.
If it's rated R and you only have titties in it, you're totally allowed to show it. That's a D-rate movie. Like
That makes sense though, because I remember watching it and being like, "This isn't porn."
Even in an A-rate movie, you think about 50 Shades of Grey,
Yeah.
where what's her name? I think her name is
Belle
Johnson.
No, that's Twilight.
I'm just thinking about her real name.
No, that's Bella.
I'm thinking about her real name. But anyway.
Oh, Kristen Stewart.
No, what the fuck?
No, that's Twilight.
That's Twilight. Oh my god.
Wait,
you're trying to see
off.
You're on Celeb Jihad, bro.
It's 3 a.m.
You're on Celeb Jihad, bro.
Oh god.
All right, we'll just skip that over. Go ahead, tell your story. I have to take a quick bathroom break. We got 43 minutes.
I don't even remember where I was going with that story, but that was the first.
That was your first. You know what? Okay.
That was the first porno that I've ever seen, and I went back to rewatch it, and yeah, Teenage Cave Girl. If any of you guys are watching, go watch it. It's really funny. Oh yeah, the fucking scientific twist ending that it was talking about, the M. Night Shyamalan of all endings. You want to know what happens? The whole movie, neither of the cave people speak English. They don't speak hardly at all. They don't speak any English. And then what happens? They get teleported back in time, and then Evan Stone, the main guy from the cave world, is like, what the fuck was that all about? Because the people are talking to them like they're stupid. Like, you go back to your time and you live happy. And he's just like, after they go through the teleporter and the teleporter closes, he just looks at her and goes, what the hell was that all about? And then she starts talking to him, and then he's like, yeah, next time I pick the vacation. And he holds up the fucking teleporter device thing that opens and closes the teleporter. And then they walk off.
That's why. You know what? That's a movie. Like,
right?
I mean, like,
right?
I'll tell you what, like, that's actually a movie. That's really
right.
Wild. We're in here. I mean, at least me, and maybe I took it too far. We're in a deep sexuality, like, talk, like a sax argument, a sax leveling system here, and.
That just blow your mind.
And someone actually thought about it, and they didn't make a porno. They made a really soft core, and they made a movie.
It's got a beginning, a climax, an end.
Does it mean it's the best movie of all time?
It's kind of messy.
Not.
There was one point in that movie though where the director was straight up like, "All right, we're fucking," because there was just a random part in the movie. Literally, there's a random part in the movie where Evan Stone's just like doing his crazy shit through the fucking wilderness, and he stumbles upon a fucking Jeep out in the middle of the desert. Like you would think it's a fucking Mirage fake shit, where just so happenly there's two people boning in the fucking car.
Gotcha.
Like, dude, there was like, so like, it was definitely, the director had the idea of like, oh, it's just
he was stretching the money.
He was stretching the time, is what he was doing. He's like, I need a minimum of 90 pages.
Now, we're at 46 minutes. And now, usually we're not supposed to break fourth wall. Like, we're just not supposed to do that. Like, we're not supposed to tell everybody where we are, what we're doing. Man, my voice sounds good. It does. Weird that it sounds very good like that. Like, most of the time, when I watch our videos, I really cringe at my voice because I don't like it.
I do to mine too. And
this
my
shit
laugh.
right now, like, I can fully hear it. And man, I sound like
you think it's because we're like
masculine,
dead tired, and we're a little drunk.
No, I've been sick for like 6 days. Oh. Like that's why I'm finally coming out of my sickness. Like I'm supposed to be like Herculean fucking badass, and then tomorrow I'm gonna sound like like you know, like dude, that's literally what it's gonna do.
There was one time we were at somebody's house, and I was like super high, and like it was super late, and I think I was getting over being sick, and I was like, hey, Elijah, like I'm gonna leave, and you were like, okay, bro, it's all good. You gave me a handshake, and you're like, by the way, your voice is deep as fuck. Right. I was like, damn. All right, man.
Damn. Nigga, damn. It's the old spies man. Look at that. That shit's low as hell. We can see the actual voice moderation on it. That's amazing. So, my first, just because you said it, my first pornographic experience, I suppose. And if I have to be really honest, I don't think that I looked up internet porn Because when we were young, we didn't have phone. Like I didn't
Yeah,
have phone.
see, that's
I
like
didn't have phone.
that's what one of my questions was initially when I thought about this topic was like when we were growing up,
It had to be on a computer.
we like it had to be via desktop, and I had dial up,
And
that shit.
and I also had dial up,
Yeah.
but it also like we weren't. It's not that nobody. It's not that nobody was rich or anything. It's just that there was really no necessity as a, I don't know, 11, 12, 13, even 14-year-old, 15-year-old kid for you to have, in my opinion, for you to have multiple computers in your house.
Yeah,
Like,
we didn't.
You had siblings that were older than you.
Yeah.
And I had only siblings that were younger than me. So when I was in freshman year, being, like, I was 14 years old in freshman year, like, there was nobody that was going to have to use those kinds of materials after me, like, because there was nobody older than me. So if I didn't have to use that, why would we have bought myself a computer? Why were we trying to buy like the latest high-end smartphone that would have the internet on it? Like, we weren't to that stage. Like, we just weren't. Like, I got my first phone when I was 11, and that was when my parents got divorced. And I mean, every single phone that I had from when I was 11 until when I was like 15, like, the greatest thing that we ever had was to turn your phone sideways and slide up and it had a keyboard on it. And you still had to literally do computer shit where you fucking held the shift key on your fucking on your phone to be able to like capitalize or use an exclamation point or whatever, like, to do all that stuff. So nowadays, like, it's totally different. Like,
Yeah,
on my
you have
phone,
access to everything. on your
everything.
phone.
So if I'm gonna do anything like that, you got secret modes, you got VPN, you can delete your
incognito.
history, and it's like totally straight. Like, you can do desktops, you can do antivirus. Yeah, I mean, you can do a whole lot of stuff because, like, one, porn back in the day especially used to be ridden with virus. Like,
Yes,
that
I
is
ruined
that is how you
so
that
many
is
of
how
our
you got
computers
caught
and
because
laptops.
your
And, like,
parents aren't looking up porn, bro. Like,
No,
they're just not.
thankfully,
Like,
though,
they'll pay. They used to have to pay for it, or they would go to Family Video, right? They would do
my
something
dad,
like that.
This was gonna kind of segue into my next question, which was like, how did you ever get your fix if you couldn't like go use the computer or the phone or like?
Now, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I still do it to this day, and babe, Darian, I hope that you don't watch this video to this point. My imagination is the best thing that you can ever have. And now that's a good and a bad thing, especially when you're in a relationship. I don't ever think about things that would it could get you in trouble, but it's not supposed to because you don't do the things.
You don't act upon.
That's
what you're
not the
thinking,
point. Like, a lot of women, I feel like, especially, would be like, oh, haha, you're jerking off, like you're watching porn. But if you ever did anything to where it was your imagination that any other name could ever come into your mind, because you're not saying anything, you're not doing anything except the act, you would get in trouble for that because they don't know what you're talking about, or they don't know who you're talking about, or whatever. Your imagination as a human is powerful. That's all it is. It doesn't have to be anybody. It could be someone you know. It could be someone you don't. It could be someone you know, but has a completely different bodily figure than anything you're thinking about. You could have any kind of person, like you can make up your favorite sexy porn star name,
Man.
but then put it to a body of somebody that you do know. But you don't really know. Like, nobody really knows. You're the only person who knows. But all you have to do, and women say it all the time, and it's like a scientific thing, that women like really do not orgasm a lot of the time when it comes to just strict penetration. Like, no toys, no foreplay, no nothing. It's just strict penetration. They don't really get their nut off like that, right? And they can get their nut off like fucking as many times as they want. So you know what I mean?
then
Like
we're fucking
everybody's
worn out
like
and dry.
everyone's like, man, men fucking suck, bro. They fucking come one time, they're done. Sorry, you have to cut I think the C word out. But like
it didn't
whatever.
affect our last
Like
one.
you know what I mean? Like they're like, man, you guys are weak ass. Like man, I didn't even come on time.
My
Like
own
you know,
question
like
made me
man.
start thinking, because like I wonder if my dad like wondered if like the porn fairy was like stealing his porno mags and shit like that, because like when we didn't have the computer because I wrecked all of them.
Oh my god!
Like dude, I fucking like man like it was by accident. Because we had the work computer and I was strictly allowed to do games and that was it. I think we had like 2 computers. We had our dial-up computer and then we upgraded to another computer after that. It was still dial-up or maybe the next best thing at the time. And then like we actually got like Charter when it was like officially like starting or whatever. And then like that was like my dad's work computer. So I was like, okay, I can't wreck this one. This is my dad's. So I can't fuck it up. But he always kept all of his office stuff right there in that little area behind in the Dallas room, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a computer bag sitting right there. And Dad, I'm sorry, but it was me all along. I'm the porn fairy. Yeah, there was a DVD, a banging DVD. Like it was
oh my god.
good. And I like took it and like I watched it and then like I'd always just put it back. So like that's how I got my fix for a while. And then like when my mom like took my
That's how I got my fix for a while.
For real. Like that's like when my mom took my Nintendo, when my mom took my PS2, my VCR, like my
all I did was jerk off.
No. It was for bad grades. It was for bad grades, not jerking off. I've never been.
No, I'm saying
caught.
once all your stuff, dude.
I've
no,
been
hold
close.
on. No, wait. I'm gonna tell you this straight up. We're coming close. We got 5 minutes.
All right.
There's a guy, and I watched it was with Darian and her parents. His name is Yosef. And he's a comedian. He's like a bona fide comedian right now. He's funny as fuck. And he had a whole little skit, like segment, about jerking off as a teenager. And he said, you know how you always think you're slick, right? And he was like, you know, you just think that you got you got everything. You got everything set up. No, listen, I'm telling you, it's funny. He was like, you got everything set up. He was like, you shut your door. You don't even need lotion. He was like, you're dry friction in that shit. He said, you're getting it off. He said, no matter what, you do that shit in 1 minute flat. That's all you need. That's all you need. And he said, you never think you're gonna get caught because you're the end of the world. He said, your nut is the apocalypse. All you want to think about is how bad you did that shit. How nasty you felt.
Christ.
He said, all you want to feel is how nasty, how bad, how great you felt. Until your mom goes into your room and does your laundry and asks you what happened. No, listen. He said, you want to feel all good and all great until how nasty you feel when you do that stuff in the moment. Until your mom asks you why you have so many plates under your bed.
I don't get it. He's jerking off into plates?
No, he's jerking off on shirts and it dries and your fucking shirts get dry and they look like plates.
Yeah, so maybe I have been caught then. Because there was one time...
Because he said the only person who's ever caught you, it's not your dad, it's your mom. And no one has to walk in because all they have to do is, they're going to take the garbage out and your mom is going to grab your plates from underneath your bed.
That makes me really sad.
Yeah, doesn't it make you sad?
Well, then I've been caught one time. Never like in the act, but if that's the case, then I've been caught one time.
A lot.
No. It was one time.
No way.
And I know for a fact it was one time because my mom never cleaned my room like that ever.
Oh, really?
And like after I hit the age of 7, I was totally independent. I had to do my own laundry. Yeah, I had to do my own laundry. I had to do the dishes. Like it was chore time. My mom was not doing that shit.
I guess that's true.
But there was one time my room was a mess. and this was recently.
Oh.
And I have a dedicated device, I'll call it,
no.
that
You have a device? She
that
emptied that bitch out?
that I put my, it's like a clothing item.
Your mom probably clapped them cheeks.
No, it was my sister. And
Destiny
went in there.
clapped the cheeks?
She went in there and she cleaned my room for me.
She clapped her cheeks.
And that shit was spotless clean besides that one article of clothing. My bed was made, my laundry was done, but that laundry moved maybe 1 inch. And so that's how I know for a fucking fact I got caught then. At least once in my lifetime.
All right, guys, and this was the secret.
It's my time to close it out.
The secret life of men. Alrighty.
All right, so I know it's my turn to host, but I just got to say this.
Sorry.
No,
Natural born.
I'm a terrible host. This was a terrible topic.
Don't say that.
This was a terrible topic.
You got an hour out of it. It wasn't a terrible topic.
Oh, well, thank you everybody so much for listening. Thank you everybody so much for listening. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe if you want more. There's more in store. I just got to get off my lazy ass and get it out there.
2, 1, 0. Let's go. All right, we made it to an hour. This is MVVC. Tell Brock.
BNE Productions, baby.
We out.